Close your eyes. Imagine you're walking down campus or just sitting in one of your classes listening to your professor give a lecture. All of a sudden, out of nowhere, you hear gunshots. Your heart falls and you're left scared. You don't know what to do, and you're thinking of all of the different ways to go about this one situation. Many students all across the world have faced this type of bone-crippling fear. According to CNN, in 2019, there were recorded 45 shootings out of a 46-week period, resulting in almost one shooting per week. On December 14th, 2012, I was walking down the stairs of my house and I was really excited because I was turning 12. And normally, as I'm walking down the stairs, I see my mom and she's smiling from ear to ear, and I normally have breakfast ready for me. However, I looked at my mom's face and I saw her staring at the screen blankly. I knew something was wrong, and so as I looked at the headline, it showed that there had been a shooting at Sandy Hook Elementary School in Connecticut. I remember feeling really sad and wanting to help whoever I could help in that situation, but feeling totally helpless. I knew if that situation had happened to me or to my parents that we would have been crushed, and I wanted to save those kids that had been injured and the faculty that also worked there. I'm passionate about this because I don't think students like myself should have to walk down campus or sit in class and worry about what to do if a situation like this were to ever arise. You'll want to listen because, like me, you are also a student, and you shouldn't have to worry about your own safety while trying to pursue an education. Today, I will cover gun violence, specifically in schools, and the mental health of students who go through school shootings and who also stress and have anxiety about them on their own campus. I will then outline what you can do to help gun control laws be more strict and help keep others and your loved ones safe. As I previously mentioned, CNN recorded about 45 shootings in a 46-week period, resulting in almost one shooting per week. Lorna Collier of the CQ Researcher in May of 2019 reported on school safety within gun violence. She saw that in 2018, gun violence incidents on school spiked, reaching about 97 incidents over the year. She also wanted to mention that gun violence happens on campuses, not only in elementary, high school, and middle schools. Specifically, at University of North Carolina, she mentioned the April 30th shooting in 2019, resulting in 2 deaths and 4 injuries of students. She also pointed out that gun violence in the United States schools are much higher than other countries who were quick to implement on gun control laws when they realized that there would be a greater issue ahead of them. The Psychiatric Times in June of 2019 interviewed with some school shooting survivors and asked for their insights and concerns on how they felt after surviving such a terrible and horrific event. Kyra Perro was a teenager that attended school at Parkland in Florida, and she talked about how it was hard to eat and sleep during her grieving period and trying to overcome the loss of her friends and her fellow peers. She didn't realize that something so big, she knew that something so big could have consequences, but she didn't realize that it would stop her from doing basic human things that used to take her no thought at all. Brandon Abzug also was a part of the Parkland shooting and mentioned how school shootings will always stay with you and how they're inescapable and you can never leave them in the past, that they're always something that you'll carry on and keep in your heart. Now that I have explained the effects of gun violence and how it can ruin lives, you may ask, what is the solution? The best and only solution for this is to vote in stricter gun laws. Joe Biden, the Democratic presidential candidate for this coming election period, Joe Biden has a plan to end the gun violence epidemic. He plans to ban the manufacture and sale of atomic weapons, automatic weapons, and high-capacity magazines. He also plans to buy back automatic weapons and high-capacity magazines from communities that already have them now. He will require background checks on all gun sales, plus he has many other things he wants to vote in to help control the gun violence epidemic in our country. In April 2020, the Arkansas Democratic Gazette reported on the gun violence epidemic in our country and mentioned how the lower courts have been quick to uphold gun laws that may violate the Second Amendment, and Supreme Court justices were hearing from the people, and there was a loud outcry about this. And Brett Kavanaugh, Supreme Court Justice Brett Kavanaugh, thinks that federal and state courts need to be more strict with their gun control laws. All of that happened due to the people's voice and showing that it is a bigger issue than some may think that it is. It's important to vote for stricter gun control laws, but also let your voice be heard on this issue. Thirdly, now that I've explained gun violence and how it affects people and what we can do to stop it, I'll also inform you of the benefits that will come from enacting stricter gun control laws. Parents will feel more confident sending their kids to school knowing that they are safe. Students will feel safer, but also know that they're safer due to the gun control laws voted in. And the mental health of survivors and loved ones will decrease with the decreasing of school shootings and gun violence within schools. Today I've talked to you about gun violence and how it affects schools and students' mental health. I've explained to you how to stop it and the effects of stopping it. Let's reduce the number of school shootings as much as we possibly can. Vote for the safety of you and your loved ones. Vote for stricter gun control laws. Thank you.